Greetings everybody, this is Leviathan here, and today I am bringing you another one of my Greater Rift 20 4-piece set guides to help you out for Season 14, which is coming up June 15th, this Friday, so don't miss it. Make sure it's on your calendar. And this time, as you can see on screen, we're doing the Barb. I haven't played a Barbarian in so long. I've been testing it out a little bit on stream. That's twitch.tv/Leviathan111. Come and check me out when I'm live if you want to see some action. And maybe you give me a follow, come and see what we got going on over there. It's fun. We'll be doing a 24-hour stream to start with the season as well too. But in any case, the reason why I do these Greater Rift 20 setups is because one of the best things you can do to help your character early on in the season is get your chapters 2, 3, and 4 of the seasonal journey done. Those are tied to the Haedrig's gifts, and when you get the 3 Haedrig gift bags, you get a free set. For Barbarian this season, it's the Raekor set, Charge Barb. And again, like I said, I haven't played it in forever, so I wanted to see how easy it would be to go and get this done with just your 4-piece set. The same circumstances, if you're familiar with my other Greater Rift 20 videos, you can scroll down quickly to my testing circumstances that I use, which is 0 Paragon, and you'd likely have some Paragon by the time you've got your Greater Rift 20 attempt going, so that's in Chapter 4 of the seasonal journey. No follower, and you could use a follower, maybe have an Oculus ring, that would help you out a ton. I just craft 1 piece of rare gear for each slot that's not already filled up by the 4-piece of the Raekor set that we would already have from the Haedrig's gifts. I don't roll any of the pieces at all. I just noticed this says Marauder, so I gotta go and edit that. And then don't, again, roll anything at the Enchantress. Don't have anything in the Kanai's Cube. Like nothing, and you would probably have some advantages going for yourself. Like for instance, if you do the low-level gambling, like we mentioned in our level 1 to 70 video, which you should check out on the stream. I have lots of other great tips for Season 14 here on the channel, so check all those videos out. You might have the Bracers of the First Men already in your cube or something, so that you can go crazy with Hammer the Ancients with the charge. But pretty much, just having the 4 pieces themselves are going to be great for you. So the set bonuses, as you can see, for the 2-piece set, Furious Charge refunds a charge if it only hits 1 enemy. So if you're against the Rift Guardian, it's just you, mono 1v1, you can just charge forever and ever and ever. And then the 4-piece set bonus gives you all the runes of Furious Charge and also deals 1000% increased damage for your Furious Charge. So that's where you're getting a lot of your damage output for this setup, and it really makes the Greater Rift 20 laughable. Very quickly, we can go over Furious Charge as a skill. It's a charge-based skill, which is hilarious to say, but that means that you get charges of the skill. So every 10 seconds originally, you get another charge back, so you can charge again. How many times are we going to say charge in this video? And then the other skills do some interesting things, like give you just some more increased damage. You can reduce the cooldown of it when you hit enemies. So this is how you can kind of get free charges, basically, if you charge through 5 enemies or so, then boom, that's going to come back. This effect can reduce your recharge time by up to 10 seconds. So as you can see, you get a free charge if you hit 5 enemies, since it's 2 seconds for every enemy hit. Stamina makes it so that it's a generator. It's going to generate some additional fury for you. And then Cold Rush freezes some things to get some CC out of it. And then Dreadnought takes you up to being able to hold 3 max charges. Definitely held up 4 fingers. 3 max charges of a Furious Charge. So it's a really cool skill, and we can probably go into more detail on Furious Charge and the setups and some of the builds that utilize the Raekor set in a future video. But in any case, this is the build that I put together, and there will be some gameplay right after this, so if you want to see it in action, I will get that on screen for you guys in just a moment. But what I did here was just pretty much have Furious Charge and then a bunch of stuff to support it. We have Ignore Pain with Iron Hide, so that just makes the Ignore Pain last longer. It's a 50% damage reduction, also gives you immunity from crowd control CC effects. So this is nice if you want some defense, especially if you're going to play hardcore. Furious Charge, I don't have a rune here because you get all the runes like I mentioned with the 4-piece set, so you know what Furious Charge is already. Warcry with Impunity, which is just another buff to yourself. Gives you some fury generation, although you don't really care about that because you'll get all your fury from Furious Charge. And then you can also get, with Impunity, increases to your all resistance. So that's pretty good. Also increase your armor with the base skill, so that's good. Battle Rage Bloodshed, it's a buff on the offensive side of things. So you'll enter a rage and you get 10% increased damage, and your critical hit chance will increase by 3% last 2 minutes. And then the Bloodshed rune, which has undergone some changes in time over time, you deal damage equal to 20% of your recent critical hits to enemies within 20 yards every 1 second. So they changed it to essentially almost be like an AoE from Battle Rage Bloodshed. And early on, this might not matter that much if you're not critting a lot, but as you kind of get your build together and you get the right stats on gear, this thing does a lot of damage. Threatening Shout with Falter. This is a offensive and defensive skill. So with this, you will generate Fury, of course. It's a short cooldown skill, and it will reduce damage done by enemies within 25 yards by 20%, but then with Falter, it'll also increase the damage that enemies take 25%. So you can basically come up to an elite, hit them with Threatening Shout. They do less damage to you, take more damage. Really nice. And then Wrath of the Berserker, Insanity. Wrath of the Berserker is just one of the awesomest skills for the Barbarian. Transform into this hulking beast, and it lasts for 20 seconds. You get increased critical hit chance, increased attack speed, increased dodge chance, increased movement speed, and then with Insanity Rune you get 50% increased damage. So it's just monstrous. And you can utilize that against elites, Rift Guardian, whatever. You're going to have a long cooldown on it until you can get a lot more CDR on gear and things like that. But for the purposes of this, like, you really just need to charge. You can hit any of these skills. In the video, you'll actually see I don't have Ignore Pain. I'm using Hammer of the Ancients because I was just testing with it. And I barely ever used the Hammer of the Ancient because I didn't have the Braces of the First Men cubed, so it wasn't really doing that much damage compared to my charge. So it just made sense to keep charging. But that's why I ended up subbing out Hammer of the Ancients for Ignore Pain, since you get a little more utility out of it. As far as the passives go, Nerves of Steel, Rampage, Boon of Bulk Hathos, Ruthless. So Ruthless is just a damage one. When they get below 30% health, then you just do way more damage to them. It's like a finisher. Boon of Bulk Hathos just helps with the cooldown on Wrath of the Berserker a little bit more. Take some seconds off there. Rampage, you're gonna one-shot most of the trash mobs in here, so Rampage is nice to just keep going and boost up your damage output, increases your strength. You might have some rubies in gear and such. And then Nerves of Steel, this is your cheat death. As a hardcore player, I'm always going to take this, but if you're playing and you're not doing hardcore, then maybe another one of the damage passives like Berserker Rage or Brawler or something like that would be nice to use here. And that's pretty much all you need to see. Again, this is a Diablo fan's guide, so the link to this written guide will be in the video description if you want to go over this further and see what I discuss in the detailed section and whatnot. But I think we pretty much got it covered. We can go ahead and flip over into the video to show you exactly what the play looked like. Let me go ahead and pop that on screen. And I'm pretty much going to get out of here. I'll just allow the video to speak for itself. I hope you guys enjoy. You can see Furious Charge, Raekor, 4-piece. You are off to the races as soon as things get going. So adios. Hope you enjoy. Again, check out all the other videos that we've got going here for Season 14 on the channel. We have a few more that'll be coming up over the next few days as well. And then I'll see you guys for the start of Season 14. Get hyped this Friday. Adios for now. And that's it on that video. Thank you again for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content coming up in the future. See you next time.